We set out just after sunrise with guide Jonathan Spencer from Bushman's Rock. This is the Welgevonden Private Reserve, situated in the Waterberry Biosphere in South Africa. Hi, I'm Ashley Dowds. Join me as we walk with trees and find out more about the relationships, ancient and modern, between man, fauna, flora, and the mysterious world of trees. This isn't your usual game drive, searching for the Big Five, but a quest to hunt down and learn about the Syzygium caudatum, commonly known as the Waterberry Tree. Soon, Jonathan locates his favorite example of this tree. This is a special waterberry, with its relationship with the fauna of the reserve, and in particular, leopard and elephant. Jonathan points out scratch marks on the trunk and explains what they mean.
Just imagine this leopard coming here and stretching up.
It just reaches up and
That's
stretches.
right, yeah. And even here, just dragging those claws down.
It's kind of marking territory by
Marking
now.
territory.
Yeah.
Well, sharpening claws, as you would a domestic cat, you'd see very similar actions here. You can see how deep these are going.
Yeah.
Huge paws, it's massive size paw.
Cheetah too use this as a scent marking post, not unlike a lamppost or newspaper telling who's been in the area. It is here too that the tree takes an artistic life of its own, as the mud-covered branch reveals a natural sculpted face of a rhino with a broken horn. This is a totem and honor to this magnificent animal under huge threat by unscrupulous poachers feeding markets in the east. We walk to the other side of the tree, and here Jonathan shows us how elephants have stopped to scratch an annoying itch. Looking closely at the bark, you can see how the elephant has rubbed off the mud, removing ectoparasites during the process. Jonathan explains that often you can see ticks embedded in the mud. In the distance, we see a large old specimen of the Waterberry tree. Jonathan picks his way through the bush as we head towards this landmark. On the way, we stop and look at the way that the base of the Waterberry has been burned by fire, and it's here that we start to understand why they say that the tree is fire resistant and resilient in its survival. A lesser tree would have died from this intense burn. We stop under the huge waterberry that we've been searching for, and I cannot resist a few pictures. Jonathan, we're here in the Waterberg at Welgevonden Game Reserve.
That's right.
Which is quite interesting for me because I thought these trees, the Syzygium caudatum,
That's it.
I thought they were sort of spread out along the coast. But here we are in the Waterberg, and we've got this grand specimen growing as it should in a kind of riverine environment over here. They're great for water areas. In fact, you were saying earlier that the root structure is really aggressive, so it definitely needs that kind of swampland.
Even here, a good root system binding this bank.
So they're doing their thing for erosion. When we were driving in here, we saw quite a few smaller trees in the rocky areas up on the hills.
Just on the edge of the hill, we're getting a lot of water seepage coming off the mountain, and where that's occurring, we're finding these trees are quite happy.
We had a lot of insect activity. It was probably bees up there.
That's right. Yeah.
I think we're quite lucky, aren't we? Because we're seeing flowers now in July. Really only see them from when? August?
From about August, yeah.
Those kind of pin-cushiony things that apparently have a lot of amazing nectar.
No, it'll be great honey. Those bees are being attracted by that sweet smell and by the colour.
Yeah.
And they are helping to pollinate. It's going to attract a number of other insects, but your bee by far is most prolific.
And we saw a vervet monkey clambering around there just now as well. I mean, they supposedly eat some of the berries.
They'll eat the berries, yeah, and move those berries off and distribute the seeds. Great for seed dispersal.
The succulent berries are edible and used to make beer and jam. The wood has a beautiful grain and is used to make furniture, window frames and canoes. Many jetty support poles too are from the Waterberry tree, well adapted to living in water. Powdered bark is used as a poison to catch fish, and yet the dead fish are edible to man. An extract from the leaves is used as a purgative and treats stomach and respiratory ailments. Caterpillars, moths and butterflies enjoy this tree as a food source. Spiders and the tailor ant make web nests in the bark. The fruit too is a favorite of many bird species and primates alike. The fallen fruit at the base of the tree is a favorite food for bush pigs and warthogs. Kudu and many other animals browse on the leaves, and the tree provides shade and shelter for man and animals alike. Look at these huge monstrosities growing out of the bark here. What do you think started that?
To get really technical with you, these are called galls. And they would have started off when the tree was a lot younger.
Yeah.
And probably what happened is a wasp would have stung the bark with a growth inhibitor, laid eggs in there, and then that causes a swelling on the bark. And as the tree has grown, the swelling has stayed, and it's just remained there and just grown bigger and bigger. You can see even further up the tree, there's a couple more there, different sizes and everything, so different ages at which this happened.
Should we have a look on the other side?
At that fire around the side?
Yeah. Well, this is pretty amazing because it looks like the whole tree has been gutted by fire here, and yet from the other side you would never say that. The tree is still a very healthy looking specimen. So it just goes to show how fire resistant these trees are. There must be a lot of good fire resistant sap on the outside. Another little point is, judging by the smell here, I'm standing in the middle of a latrine of sorts.
Baboony smell, that's right. Obviously sleeping here at night and using this as a base.
Well, this is the tree of the year for 2012, the Waterberry, or the Syzygium caudatum. And you'll find it right here in the Sappy Tree Spotting book for the Bushveld. Through walking with trees, we hope to bring a better understanding of the importance of biodiversity to our lives, as well as enhance the appreciation of our fauna and flora. I'm Ashley Dowds, and I look forward to walking with you together on this journey.
Are you ready, birds?